Before I get to the whole thing, I wanna say I'm gonna be running a presentation, a slideshow. As you can see, Jane was on there, and so you may not really be able to see my face a whole lot, which is fine because the kids matter way more than me. So in the background, I'm gonna have a presentation, and I will also apologize if I have students in the background. I've had a day of it seems like Murphy's Law for the past 24 hours. If it could have went wrong, it has, and so I'm doing this during class. So please be patient with me. To start, I want to explain why I'm making this video instead of being there. Unfortunately, cross country is just my hobby. Though I'm very, very passionate and helping the runners and the kids learn through cross country. My actual job is taking me away for the evening. I have to travel down to Vincent's for a professional development session, and so I'm unable to be there. But I feel like this is the best way for me to represent myself and show off the kids and everything that they mean to me and their parents and all the hard work that they have done, because they've definitely worked way harder than what I have. So I want to first run through some thank yous. I want to thank you for the parents. Thank you for allowing your kids to spend their after school days and then long 12 to 20 weeks with the coaches, and allow us to be able to experience different things. Without your support, without your team dinners, without you seeing the kids or to and from school or to and from meets, we wouldn't have been able to do what we did. So I would like to thank you very much for that. Next, I want to thank the kids. Cross country is a very, very grueling sport, and I will say at Lakeland, the only sport that may be tougher than cross country is wrestling, because they don't eat nearly as much as us. If they ate like we did, the cross country would definitely be harder. But that being said, thank you for all your hard work, and thank you for coming to and from. Next, I want to thank Miller Super Value. We wouldn't be able to do half the things we were able to do because of Miller Super Value. The Courthouse Classic and the support that they give us, they pay for team camp. They pay for just about anything we need outside the school. So I'm very appreciative of everything Miller Super Value does, and that and how they help us throughout the year. Next, I want to thank Coach Glick for all the time and effort. I will say I was very apprehensive at the beginning, especially in the summer. I mean, we weren't driving too well, and we hadn't quite learned each other yet. And I want to say I'm proud of the relationship that has blossomed, and that the fact that he was able to learn to be good cop to my bad cop, be a little bit less intense, and understand that for the sake of our boys, we had to take a little bit different role and to go along with it, and making sure that Eep was beaten when he needed to be beaten, or thrown in the pool when he needed to be thrown in the pool. I want to thank Coach Mascow Macy. Thank you so much for coming back and helping this year. You also, I was very, very scared, because I remember the girl that left me a few years ago, and you were definitely not that girl anymore. I learned on the first day of practice when you said, "Oh, 5 miles, that was fun." Huh? You hated running, Mace. You would fight me tooth and nail whether I wanted to make you run 3. So thank you. Because you made the season feel fairly normal, and what seemed to be a very unnormal season for me. So thank you again. I would like to thank Roman. Without him, I probably wouldn't have been nearly as mad as I had been all season. So thank you for continually do dumb things to make me mad. So moving on, the season was it was a good season. It was different. Just talk about the boys. If this is hopefully the culmination of a downward trend of having less and less boys. I'm proud of these two. These two meshed very, very well. These two worked very, very hard together, and they were able to do something very, very difficult. and I keep remembering one of the Westview parents coming back and saying this to Lucas and saying this to Terrence about how proud he is that they kept working when there was only two of them, and he's right. I'm a firm believer if you two want to go further, it's together. But I'm proud of you guys and proud of the way you guys worked. The ladies, I feel like it was a growing year. We had a lot of inexperienced runners, a lot of green runners, and I'm not at all upset with what I saw and the efforts I was getting, throughout. That girl's definitely false started. Continuing on, I'm proud of what we've done and proud of the way the team meshed and the way that you guys, two boys, it's hard to, you guys, girls have made the boys feel like one full team. It wasn't a boys team, it wasn't a girls team, it was a cross-country team, and I think that was great, and I want to thank you, and thank you guys for always supporting each other, okay, and understanding the differences and being okay with that, and knowing that everybody was coming from a different perspective. Okay, moving a little bit to the future, okay, I kind of want to say, this is one thing that, it's weird. As you saw, I may have had some pictures of a Courthouse Classic. Well, this season, we started in May and we started in June. And this is the culmination event of the season. And so I want to say moving forward, we need more kids, and I know, you've heard it say many, many times, but, the truth be said, you guys are the ones to get the kids. They won't come out for me. They won't come out for Glick. They may come out for Macy, but they won't come out for Glick or I. But you need to recruit. We need more kids. And hopefully, everybody can say, I may train everybody fairly the same, but I don't train everybody the same. Long runs, we may do long runs on Monday, but everybody's long run looks a little bit different in that they need to understand some of the differences that is, and that we expect people, and we will start training them from where they're at, not where we expect them to be. Next, winter training next Monday. Okay, I will be at school roughly 3:30, 3:40. I think door 21 is what it is. It's the one where we always meet for cross country. So that's where I'm at. And so break's over, guys. Time to get back to it. So if you're not in a a winter sport, I really expect you to be there. It's time to get working. I don't think it's going to be below 15, so expect it to be outside. Expect to run outside. I'm a big believer of running in the elements because it makes you tougher, because you got to be tough in races, okay? And so we need to get used to running in the elements, and that's what makes us tougher and be able to do things that nobody else can at this school. For those of you that are wanting and that have noticed, my mustache is currently on the way back. I got a little tired of it, so I trimmed it off. And so in the future, I'm just going to say we got a long way before a very important race, and my mustache will be back. So don't you fret, Jama. It will be back. So now I want to talk a little bit about each one of the kids and say something in particular. First, I'm going to start with the freshmen. So I'm going to start with Brooklyn, okay? And Brooklyn, I am proud of you. We may have struggled this year understanding really how much pain, what was going on in your hip, and there are days you looked fine and days you didn't, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it always made my day better when I was able to show up and see your infectious smile, and that you have a smile to light up the room, and that on bad days you're able to do some of those different things throughout. Okay. Next I got Monica. Monica, got hurt partway through the season as we started to ramp up for competition season. It was very, very deflating, but it happens. I hope Monica can stay focused and stay healthy. I think she has a very, very bright future in running, and that she's able to do some different things throughout, and I really hope, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future of her brings. Next we have Terrence. Terrence is a character. That's all I'm gonna say. character. He was able to lighten the mood, bring the smile. He has his own weird quirks, and I'm gonna say, I believe a lot in quirkiness, and because kids that are willing to get outside their comfort zone are able to be the ones that are able to find success. Because if we aren't willing to get out of our comfort zone and make fun of ourselves, we aren't going to be successful. Sorry. Okay, moving on to the sophomores. Okay, we got Jama. Jama is she is a workhorse. She's one of those that will do everything she can and give it the best she can, and that she's very, very proud, and I'm very, very proud to see how she's grown and developed and become better along the way, and that I'm really looking forward to watching her continue to put in that work and to watch us get over this plateau, because I feel like she has more, and she's ready to make a big jump again in her performance. So next we have Ella, one of my poop sisters. She's great. She's hardworking. She did something that I feel like is very, very difficult, and she gave it her all. She may have ran out of gas a little bit at the end, but I think in the long run, it had helped her, and she will be a very, very dangerous runner in the future. Ella. Next we have Lucas. Lucas is probably the smoothest runner I've ever seen. He is one of the top runners I've ever seen, one of the smoothest runners I've ever seen, and I love to see him. I love to saw how he ran and how he fought through adversity of not having a teammate, and how he accepted some of the girls as his leaders, and accepted Coach Glick and I, because we were his first. He had Coach Krog last year, and Coach Krog is. And Coach Krog's no longer with him, and so I want to say thank you for all your hard work, Lucas. Okay, my juniors. Okay, I have first I have Claudia Munoz. I am proud of the work she's done. She is one of those. It's hard to tell what she's necessarily thinking, because she is a workhorse. She runs a lot. She's willing to fight and drive, and she wants to be good. You can see the hunger in her, and we made great strides this year, and so hopefully we can continue on down that path. Next we have Alexia. Alexia this year is almost like a night and day difference from last year. She has stepped up and has understood her role, and is taking bigger strides into making that role and making herself bigger and better, and inserting herself in any way she can to help this team. Next I got Kylia. Kylia is my beast that has been unleashed. So Kylia came to us after playing, I think maybe soccer in 8th grade. She played some volleyball. She wasn't sure about distance running, and she had never ran over a mile, I think, in her life. She goes to Courthouse Classic. She races her first mile, 9 minutes something, and then she keeps working, and she keeps working, and she experiences this group and this class and this everything, and so I think she's found a home, and so I'm really proud of her, and I feel like she's my biggest recruiter, my biggest cheerleader. Okay, I got about 45 seconds left, and that isn't nearly enough to talk about the one last girl, April, my leader, my workhorse, my role model. April, I can't say enough about you. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm proud of everything you've done. I'm proud of everything that you will be, and I'm so proud that the way that you've gone on and represented this program, these kids, and your different aspects, and I'm so proud of the way that you've taken on the mentorship and the leadership, and that for your sake, I'm sorry that I'm not here tonight. All right, guys, have a great